Hello, my audience. I'm doing a movie review on Spider-Man 3 from 2007 flick. I think it's 2007 came out. Boy, that was a while ago for me. I give this a 8 out of 10. Which is the only Spider-Man flick I like in the Raimi trilogy, alright? I thought the first two were mediocre. This one's 2 points above mediocre. Because that's what an 8 out of 10 is for me. I like the Patrol reimagining of the Sandman, black suited, the shit, and the symbiote, Venom, and Harry as the new Goblin. This movie wasn't a bad popcorn movie, because it's more than a guilty pleasure for me. It's more than just some sort of shitty-ass comic movies. I can say good, there's a lot more things, I can find actually good things to say about this movie. And I even like Peter Jazz Dance, when he's being taken over by the black symbiote and then hitting his girlfriend. I found that funny shit. And, the whole thing was funny, I thought. And action-packed of a movie, it was. Tons and tons of spectacle action. Best shot action in the Sam Raimi trilogy of shots and shows. This is really the highlight of the Sam Raimi trilogy. And I love how I love how the first opening actually recaps all of the highlights, the best parts in the first two Spider-Man movie shots that was shot. I was showing them the lame shit of the movie. Of the first two ones. It shows the highlights to catch you up visually of what you missed out on, of the spectacles and stuff. Showing highlights of the first two Spider-Man movies and in visuals media to showing what you missed out on in case you don't want to see the first two ones. You can skip those two ones. Just watch this one is what I like to do. Watch this one more than once. This movie is fun to watch over again for me. I like this movie as much as I like 2012's Avengers flick. Spider-Man 3 is that good of a knockout of a comic book movie. It ain't perfect it ain't perfect. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. Like some comic movies I have given 10 out of 10s before. I just really like this movie a lot though. Enough to give it an 8 out of 10. That's why I give Spider-Man 3 a 8 out of 10 from 2007. And I just really like this whole movie. Sean Maguire's performance is just as forgettable as previous movies, but he's given better performance this time for some reason than the first two ones. I thought his performance was a lot better this time and less whiny and bland than it was in the first two ones. Versus the first two installments was Maguire's performance, where it always came across as this whiny and bland. This one, he actually doesn't just do the whole whiny and bland performance. He does actually come across sometimes heroic and sometimes comedic. Sometimes we see comedic elements with his acting skills, and he, you know, he came across less similar to the Maguire Spider-Man we actually saw in the first two Spider-Man movies. That's good. And more similar to the 616 Spider-Man and Ultimate Spider-Man run of Spider-Man, based on how he behaves and how he constantly just doesn't really shut up in the Spider-Man persona. And a little bit of an ego. He's grown. He has more into he acts more like he has a bit of an ego like Spider-Man is known for from 616 Spider-Man and Ultimate Spider-Man comics. So he acts more like classic Spider-Man, the Spider-Man I like. This time around. And that's why I give this movie a, you know what? I really do like this movie a lot. I like a lot of parts about this movie. Even though it doesn't have a problem like MJ and Peter being together finally, only to break up quickly after being together and them being a bit of an unhappy couple. I just feel like, we finally got MJ together. I just wish, they were more of like a happy couple like they are in they're known for being before Mephisto broke them up forever in the 616 universe. Thanks to Spider-Man's stupidity, was how stupidity they make him act with whoever is writing him for One More Day comic run that broke up him and MJ. And, well, Peter does break up in this movie. It's not related to Mephisto. It's related to Harry Osborn, who gets them to break up pretty easily. Then at least an awesome action scene fight was Harry and Peter. And it was awesome action fight. Was Harry and Peter, how they shot all the action. Looks like most of the action was shot practically. And had a damn amount of CGI, It was a pretty cool action shot. The fight between Harry and Peter and at the end. Before he just figures out it was the explosion was by throwing one of the Goblin rings back to Harry. And I love this climax between when Harry and Peter team up to defeat Venom and Sandman together, and it's like an awesome climax, with the banter between Harry and Spider-Man. It was really cool action climax. This was. You know what? I think I feel stupid giving this an 8 out of 10. Well, I should just be giving it a 10 out of 10. I want to give this a 10 out of 10, Spider-Man 3. Because it's the one time Spider-Man played Spider-Man instead of Maguire playing himself. And talked like Spider-Man, as annoying as a fuck as he is in the comics. From the 616 universe, and as likable as he is, and as heroic. He's perfect in Spider-Man 3, how he delivers the lines in the red and blue suit, and he's perfect, he does a good job in the black suit, being the opposite of himself. So, I love Spider-Man 3, and I hate the first two ones because they're mediocre horseshit movies. And he acts nothing like Spider-Man in the first two ones. But here, he puts the performance on. He plays Spider-Man like his career depends on it. And he does deliver a good performance as Spider-Man this time. Maguire does. And, I actually liked his performance in this movie. I like how he showed the comedic elements of Spider-Man, like comedic, sarcastic humor with a Spider-Man this time was more shown better this time. And like when he first introduced himself to Sandman and his first encounter with Sandman, he actually does some funny witty banter that comes across like this big asshole that I know and love that just is ready to get punched. And he acts like Spider-Man, like the Spider-Man I like in the comics this time. Sure, he's older, he's not kid anymore, but I feel like he's more Spider-Man than I feel like he had played the role properly in this movie. I mean, sure, doesn't change my feelings to the first two Spider-Man movies at all, and how much I resented them. Like a whole shit ton. But you know what? This trilogy ended on a high note. With great emotional character driven with Spider-Man and actually makes Spider-Man feel like Spider-Man. This like cocky, arrogant prick that just happens to be this like great beloved hero. That to me was who Spider-Man was in the comics. In the 616 and Ultimate Comics. And I'm glad that Maguire finally played him for Spider-Man 3. So suck it, Raimi fans. I know you hate this movie, but that's only because you hate Spider-Man. The real Spider-Man from the 616 Comics. And Ultimate Comics Spider-Man. But I love Spider-Man for who he is. A cocky, arrogant, funny hero that's never afraid to die. Or afraid of anybody. In fact, welcomes his punishment. Like a true hero. Because action's his reward. That's who Spider-Man is. Peter Parker, Spider-Man, that's who he always was. And that's why I loved him in the comics. And I'm glad that Spider-Man 3 delivered it. Finally, I got a good Spider-Man movie. And I was so happy watching this movie. I wish he was written like this in the rest of the trilogy, you know? And we could have seen him grown in the entire trilogy instead of playing Maguire in the first two movies. I wish he played Spider-Man more like this in the first two movies, you know? How he's written in Betrayal. That's why I love Spider-Man 3. And why this is the best out of the bunch. I think I like this more than the first Avengers movie. Yes, I do, I think. I give this a 10 out of 10. Spider-Man 3 2007. I say go watch it, this movie. You won't regret it. If you're a Spider-Man kid. But if you hate the fucker, then what can I say? Spider-Man's just not the hero for you, suckers. But he is for me. I feel sorry for you not liking Spider-Man if you find him too annoying for you. Because to me, he's the coolest hero of all time. And that's why I love Spider-Man 3 so much. It finally shows it. How cool he is as a hero. So, I give this a 10 out of 10, this movie. Goodbye. Subscribe to this video content. Like this video, subscribe to my content, please. I enjoy this video. I worked hard on it. I'm going to get a drink now because my lips are dry and my mouth is dry. I'm going to stop recording now. Bye. Till next time.